One thing I've always wanted to do was to go back and play games that I've never played before that I knew were phenomenal. And this is one of them. I've definitely played Skyrim. I even have my original box right here. The original, it's my first console. Xbox 360, you can see the digital copy of Skyrim there. That's like one of the first games I sunk my teeth into and like spent so much time playing. So I'm familiar with the Elder Scrolls, but I've never actually played Oblivion. So I had to see this. This is the official reveal. Beth started sitting down talking about it and going over it. So let's check this out and the official trailer. It's interesting, man. That's just unexpected. And they dropped it on this day too.
The others, they would take you to the tower.
Oh, he has the... Huh.
This ends here.
So once again, I haven't played this, so I'm not going to get the references.
You hold our future in your hands. Take with you my blessings
I can't believe they did this.
of the Empire. Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Remastered. I've heard so much about it, but I've never got around to playing it.
Here we are 20 years later.
20 years.
When you think about the Elder
2002.
Scrolls, to us it goes beyond game franchise.
It's Todd.
Yeah, it's the DNA of Bethesda Game Studios.
Obviously, we're working on the 6th chapter here, but what's great about the Elder Scrolls is being able to look back at all of the chapters.
Ooh.
Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind, Daggerfall, Arena, and each of them
I don't
try to
even know
define
Daggerfall.
role-playing
What was
games and
Daggerfall?
open world games for their generation.
No, Morrowind.
Fans got so connected with the worlds we've made and these stories
The
we're
heck is
telling, and it's really amazing.
Oblivion was a real defining moment in the series and for how we make games as a studio.
Yeah, the real reference, yeah.
I think when it comes to a remaster,
Oh my
we want
gosh.
people to feel the way they did then, but it's still a game of its time. You want to keep those bones in place. You want
Literally.
some of that old charm.
And coming back to Oblivion
Didn't
now
look
with this tremendous visual update
that
is
bad for its
absolutely
time.
amazing. It's the world I remember, but better.
There's
I
so
remember
much
PS2
there,
days
both
and-
for
okay,
the Elder
that's-
Scrolls world, and also this evolution of our games. I think is really, really important for people to take a look back at.
Wow, I actually
Looking
tried
back
out too.
and seeing everything we've accomplished in the past 20 years and working with these people, like, it's really special.
Yeah, there are still quite a few people that I've worked with for that long, and it
Oh
sort
my
of gave me warm
gosh, the
fuzzies.
Windows 98.
Oh my God, it's been 20 years. I think the thing that gets me the most is the music. Like when you hear that music at the main menu, there's just like,
See, I wouldn't know.
there's this like flood of nostalgia.
I wish I had that too, man.
Oblivion is the beginning of who I am as an individual, as a game developer. It all starts with it.
Wow.
I don't even think it took me till release to realize how big this was.
People loved it. Like, they loved it.
I bet.
Such
Was
a
that
key moment in our history of
Samuel L.
making
Jackson?
games and the evolution of how we build these worlds, and having players be able to come back and experience that is really amazing. We had that really special moment of coming out into the world for the first time, what that meant to this game.
Every time we think about Oblivion, it's what if we could give that moment to everybody again?
Because
I was
Skyrim got
born 87 years ago. For 65 years, I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams.
God dang, his voice sounds familiar.
I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see.
Wow. Okay, yeah. I know that. Yeah. I mean, it's... I think it's just the same
Whether you're reliving
notes,
these moments
right?
or experiencing them for the first time,
It's the Elder
world
Scrolls.
of
Like,
Oblivion
it's
Remastered
a
immediately
whole thing.
looks and feels incredible. When we decided to remaster Oblivion, we were really picky about finding the right partner. From the very beginning of this project, we had one rule. We weren't going to do this if we weren't going to be able to do it right. Our partners at Virtuos went above and beyond to bring our vision to life. The care and love they've poured into the Oblivion Remastered has been absolutely breathtaking.
The amount of work that goes
Welcome
into a
to
game,
Paris,
we have no idea.
and welcome to Virtuos.
Alex Murphy.
Our team here has been hard at work delivering the best remastered Oblivion experience possible. We've worked with Bethesda Game Studios on other projects in the past, so we know what makes that team and their games special.
We wanted to make the remaster more friendly to gamers with modern hardware. This is Oblivion in its most complete form.
It's crazy because they never redid it.
About time someone got here.
You would think like 360 or, you know, Xbox One or something like that.
Those familiar with only some Elder Scrolls lore will now be able to experience the events that set the stage for Skyrim. You embark on an epic journey to stop the Mythic Dawn cult.
The time of cleansing draws nigh.
From unleashing the Daedric Prince of Destruction.
What was the Oblivion Crisis? What happened to the previous Emperor of Cyrodiil? Why are there only 8 divines instead of 9? In addition to the core game, the remaster contains all add-ons, including story expansions, Shivering Isles, and Knights of the Nine, so you get the full experience.
On a personal level, it was really important to me to ensure that we're preserving the magic of the original experience. At the end of the day, we're all fans too.
This is a dream project for me, right? I mean, I'm a fan. I have been always a fan.
Well, I played Oblivion for perhaps 10,000 hours.
Oblivion was my first Elder Scrolls game, and it was one of the games that made me want to be a game developer.
The best way to describe it would be to call it a love letter.
Forever.
You will find your own path, but there will be blood and death before the end.
Yeah, this is just all new to me, man. I hate to say that, but at the same time, you know, I'm in for a treat. I was just too little, though. I shouldn't have been playing Skyrim at the age I was.
The technology we used to create the original was cutting edge at the time, but tools have come a long way since then.
Oh, wow. And they even matched her face, too. What the heck am I looking at?
The original Oblivion is still the heart and soul of the remaster, but we use Unreal Engine 5 to help achieve all our visual goals.
Engine 5.
We think of the Oblivion game engine as the brain and Unreal 5 as the body. The brain drives all the world logic and gameplay, and the body brings to life the experience that players have loved for almost 20 years.
But it's not just about pure fidelity. We knew we had to preserve the distinct style, making it as uniquely Oblivion as possible.
So it is remaster, not remake.
The brush opens a portal into the painting. You're stuck here like I am.
The Isles, a wonderful place. Good for a visit. Or eternity.
Who are you?
We've leveraged nearly every major feature from the latest version of Unreal 5.
Our goal was to push the visuals to the next level using the latest technologies.
Can we run this
created
game?
Brand new, highly detailed character models and stunning landscapes that use millions of polygons in each asset, allowing us a truly impressive level of detail in the world. Every single asset in this game was completely redesigned and handcrafted from scratch.
Wow.
We implemented an advanced real-time lighting system that accurately simulates how light interacts with the environment.
What?
This results in more realistic lighting and atmospheric effects. While the original game had limited dynamic shadows,
Now, the entire world reacts naturally to light.
This is like
We used an incredible new lip sync technology
Halo versus
that
the
really enhanced
anniversary.
performance in our characters.
He
Maybe
left
even
us
better.
a warning. Heed it.
And real tools helped us create the base mesh of our characters. From there, our artists sculpt each race individually to adapt it to the mesh.
I wonder how the
allowing us to
voices
share the model, rig, and textures.
were redone.
As a result, all races, including Argonians, Orcs, and Khajiits, are built on the same base
familiar
mesh,
with that, yeah.
making the lip sync system more effective even when the characters have very different facial features.
Welcome
Really?
to the guild.
We have access to so many modern rendering features. You'll see them in something as simple as running through a
I
forest.
wonder when they started
Insects
working
flying
on
around,
this.
fish swimming in the water.
That's the question.
Light filtering through the leaves. Thanks to these technological advances, you feel even more immersed in this living, breathing world.
Because they came
you
out
really
of nowhere.
believe you're in Cyrodiil.
It's huge.
I believe you can handle a more complicated assignment. I would like you to retrieve a carved panel from the central chamber of the High Fane.
It's not just visuals that we've modernized in the remaster.
Hold
it's
up.
gameplay.
Talk to me.
It's UI and UX. It's
Oh,
audio.
yeah.
We've updated features and systems across the board.
We've changed the approach to leveling, which I think will make a lot of people happy.
Really?
It's inspired by the leveling systems of both Oblivion and Skyrim, so it's the best of both worlds. We were able to fully recreate the character models, creating a physicality that feels more human. You see that in places like combat animations.
Oh, God. This, yeah.
Where there's a lot more separation between the upper and lower body, and all the animations have more flourish.
The heck is that?
Combat in the original Oblivion didn't have sound effects, visual effects,
No.
or hit reactions.
It didn't?
Now you'll get blood splatters, sparks,
Are you serious?
and controller feedback. We know it's a little thing, but little things add up to make the combat
Wow.
more modern and engaging.
There's a proper third-person perspective now. The original had third-person, but there was no crosshair, and we felt the experience could be modernized.
No crosshair.
One of our goals was to have a third-person view that compared to Starfield in terms of playability. Now, the third-person perspective has
Thing
all
looks
the same
so
control
cool.
you get from the first-person view.
You have my ear, citizen.
When Oblivion first launched,
Greetings. How goes it?
Doesn't look that
How are
bad.
you? Disk storage limits meant we couldn't have unique
Yes, the
voiceovers
disc.
for all the races.
Oh.
So we've gone back and recorded new lines of dialogue.
There you go.
Each race represented in the game now sounds unique.
Can't stand the sight of those creatures.
We also made sure to keep in all of the quirkier dialogue.
I really like the way they say hello. Sometimes
Oh
it's so
my
random.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
But it's like so nice and creepy at the same time.
Harvest Dawn.
You violated the law.
Stop! You violated the law.
Stop, criminal scum!
Stop right there, criminal scum.
Yes.
Cheese for everyone.
Cheese for everyone.
What the heck? Oh, he nailed that. The timing on
One
that
of
was
the Elder
perfect.
Scrolls from the Imperial Palace. You need to find the reading room.
Imperials.
The blind priests will deliver a scroll to you there. Do not speak to the priests. They're blindfolded. I've chosen you because you are the best. Good luck.
You're the best. Oh my God, it's so smooth.
You violated the law. Your stolen goods are now forfeit. Then pay with your blood.
Yeah, that sounds very Bethesda.
As
Oh,
games have
okay.
developed over the past 20 years, players have come to expect a certain
The
suite of
Harvest
tools
Dawn.
and
That was
controls.
perfect.
Like sprinting. Sprinting is an interesting one because it was such a
Green
big
bar.
debate internally among our teams. Some of us were absolute purists, but ultimately, we decided it's 2025 and people are going to want to sprint. In fact, all of the character locomotion has been completely redone from scratch.
Okay.
And that has a huge impact from the very beginning of the game.
every single updated or new feature was implemented with the player in mind.
Oh, they're gonna say like there's
It all
no
comes down to
stamina
what
bar
makes
anymore.
Oblivion
Okay, there
Oblivion.
is though. There is.
What are those features that just immediately come to mind for players when they think of the game?
The mini games are the mini games. Those are so iconic to Oblivion.
Great. How's it go again?
Like
There were
lockpicking.
many. Oh, like
You
okay,
can
yeah.
put a fresh coat of paint on it.
This
But
was
you can't
so
change it too much
satisfying,
because it's part
at
of the
least in
core
Skyrim.
experience.
Whether you're returning to Cyrodiil or you're a newcomer,
I'm going to follow you and watch you and worship the ground you walk on.
you will instantly feel at home. It just feels better.
Ooh.
We've modernized a lot, but it's still the same incredible adventure and the same.
Yeah,
carefully
it's hard to
handcrafted
remake
world.
or remaster something
Well,
and
it's
keep the
about
same
time.
feel.
Do you know how long we've been waiting?
You know. Like to keep the
Oblivion is a
same
core part of the story
feel
of
is hard.
Bethesda Game Studios. None of what we're surrounded by right now would be here if we hadn't made that game and
20
if
years
it hadn't
ago.
been the success that it was. The effort that we put into it, the sort of the love that went into it, I think that comes across on the screen.
To have worked on something that people care enough where you're in a position where you can remaster it, it's a privilege.
And now, to help introduce this game to a new generation of players,
Literally,
I feel
yeah.
so lucky.
I really think that people, when they jump back into the remaster, they're going to be shocked at just how good the game looks.
It's a win-win for
The Oblivion gates look absolutely incredible.
People coming
And I think
back
they're just gonna
and
find
newcomers.
themselves lost in the world.
Even if it's just the music, for example, just walking around for half an hour in the world, you feel something.
Golly.
And that's precious.
You're going back to a world that you've been to before, but it's better somehow. Like, it's an intangible thing, but it's like, it's new, it's fun, like it's exciting again.
But it's ultimately the same game.
For the first time,
There's a
yeah.
lot of respect for what was before, and I think the fans will appreciate that.
From all of us at Bethesda Game Studios
And Virtuos.
we want to thank you for
I
joining
thought
us
they would have
today.
remastered
Oblivion
like the
has
older
a very
ones
special place
first
in my heart, and being able to work on this
over
remaster and bring
Skyrim
it to a new generation of players
first.
has been an incredible experience. We were too excited to get it in your hands and didn't want to just show it off to you and then make you have to wait.
Yeah, so I know they released it
The
already.
best part of my job is that I get to be the one to announce that the Oblivion Remaster will be available today.
That's how you release a game. Not some animation and you gotta wait 20 years for it. Just today.
I was born 87 years ago.
So I'm assuming that's like a
But
familiar
for all
line.
these years,
Because they played
I've
it twice
never
now.
been the ruler of my own dreams. This is the 27th of last seed.
The lambs.
The year of Akatosh 433.
Ugh.
These are the
Akatosh.
closing days of the third era and the final hours of my life.
Oh, this is the trailer.
I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see. This is only the beginning. Worse is yet to come.
Okay, that actually got me.
Looks clear.
Dang, he was already on his way out.
Draws nigh. Who now will save us from the coming darkness?
Chill. That's us. That's you. Stop them.
Here you must find
So
your
it's
own
slightly
path.
different. The song. Hey, look at that.
Find
Frozen?
him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Wow, what an unexpected day today. Available today. Xbox, Steam, PS5, and PC. Oh, and it, wow. Oh, I forgot. Microsoft did buy Bethesda, so of course on Game Pass. That's a win, Xbox users. If you're on Game Pass, that should work for PC and your console. So you're in luck. And there you have it. There you have it. I've actually heard a lot of people say that they found Oblivion to be better than Skyrim. So when I heard that, I was like, really? But I couldn't say anything because I've never played Oblivion. I've just played Skyrim. So I'm assuming this probably plays a lot like Skyrim, considering, you know, that one came out afterwards. But I noticed he did say that this, story-wise, it sets everything up for Skyrim, right? So that's exciting for me because I'm basically going backwards, where I would know all the events that already happened, you know, afterwards, but I wouldn't know how we got there. So it's sort of working like a prequel from my perspective. It's like kind of going back to see what happened beforehand. I was talking about this earlier. I was like, man, if they ever did like remaster this, I would go back and play it. And here we are. That was quick. That was quick. You know, that's the part that sucks about being an adult, is you just don't have the time anymore. Like, I would love to jump into this, and I think I still might. But, you know, like I said, thinking about when I got Skyrim, like my first like modern console, I spent so many hours in Skyrim, and it took me forever just to beat it because I was walking around doing everything else. But to get into this nowadays, like, it would be such a slow completion because you'd go to work, you'd come home, you'd play, and then you'd go to work again, come home, play. It'd be like these small increments of playtime, but definitely awesome. Yeah, I think I might jump into this. You know, it's hard to balance time, but I definitely would love to try this out. That's for sure. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. Are you guys going to be getting a copy of Oblivion Remastered? Have you guys played it before? Look at this. Lilo and Stitch. The Windows 98 computer. You know, the old keyboard. We're getting old. We're getting old. Anywho, that'll be all for me. And I will catch you guys in the next one.